Excuse me, ma'am.
Thanks, wait. 502.
Question for you.
I will take care of that.
right,
Thank you.
thank
Thank you so
you.
much.
Is this your Ferrari?
Yes, it is.
And what do you do for a living out here in Scottsdale to be able to afford a Ferrari?
I'm an entrepreneur.
How long have you been a business owner for?
3 years.
3 years?
Yeah.
What was the most amount of money that you've ever made in a single year?
So the most amount of money that we have done will be this year. We'll do
About 250 million.
About 100 million.
north of 20 million annual reoccurring revenue.
Have you ever been broke before?
Yeah, dude, I was in the military for 22 years, man.
Yeah?
Of course I was broke.
And what did you do after the military?
I started buying and selling businesses.
What was the most amount of money that you ever made in a single year?
11 mil.
How old are you?
Just turned 60.
You're not 60 years old.
Yeah,
You're lying.
23rd of July, I turned 60.
What's the secret to looking like this at 60 years old, man? That's crazy.
Focus, man. Everything's about focus and discipline.
How can somebody become a multi-millionaire in 2024 like yourself? Hard Knocks family, we just got to our destination at Fashion Square in Scottsdale, Arizona, one of the richest cities in the entire country. And I'm gonna be going all over to find multi-millionaires, up to people who've built billion-dollar companies, to figure out how they became wealthy and the secret to becoming financially free in 2024. So with that being said, let's go get these interviews. Question for you, have you ever been broke before?
No,
And what do you do for a living out here in Scottsdale?
I'm done.
Quick question for you, have you ever been broke before?
Have I ever been what?
Have you ever been broke before?
Fuck yeah.
Yeah? Let me ask you,
Doesn't everybody?
yeah, what do you do for a living out here in Scottsdale?
I don't. I'm just visiting right now.
What industry
So
did you
I don't really like social
Real quick,
media.
real quick.
So no.
I have a channel I started at UT Austin. I grew it to 6 million followers.
What?
I started the channel at UT Austin. I grew it to 6 million followers. I interview business.
Great, man.
Thank you, bro. Excuse me, sir. Question for you, sir. Question for you. Have you ever owned a business before? Yeah? What type of company? All right, you guys, so as you guys can see, since we are in the wealthiest city in all of Arizona, it is very hard to get access to these people to do an interview. These people understand the value of their time, and they are always on the go out here, man. So we're gonna do everything we can to get the best content possible for you guys, so stay tuned, because I'm not leaving this video until I deliver you guys $1 million worth of game. Let's go get these interviews, come on. Excuse me, sir. Question for you. How old were you when you became a millionaire?
29.
29?
Yep.
And how old are you now?
48.
And what do you do for a living out here in Scottsdale?
I own a healthcare company and a couple software companies.
And how long have you been an entrepreneur for?
Well, I guess my whole career, 24 years.
And what was the lowest point in your career as an entrepreneur?
Probably like 10 years ago. I gambled on the wrong staff and they burnt me and picked myself back up. And there's nobody you can reinvest into besides yourself.
What was your superpower as a business owner?
I just talk to everybody on a regular basis.
Communication.
Communication, for sure.
So I'm assuming that you're a salesperson then?
Nope, I'm a retired doctor.
Retired doctor?
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, I own the company now, but I'm the founder and CEO.
Okay, so I guess in terms of revenue across all these businesses, what has been the most amount of money that you've ever made in a single year?
About 100 million.
$100 million?
Yes.
And what are you selling?
We're in healthcare, so we provide primary care for trauma patients.
Right.
So we do everything. We do all the surgeries, we do scar revisions, we do psych counseling, we do PT, we do chiro, we do just general medical management, everything.
Do you come from money?
Oh, no, not at all. McDonald's was a cool thing as a kid. Like, that was like a real treat and reward.
How did you change your family's trajectory? Like, what did you see that made you want to get really serious about becoming financially free and really successful in business?
My dad built custom homes as a hobby, and he always pointed out everybody in the neighborhood didn't have a job, they owned something. So I think I took that insight as, well, when I became a doctor, I'm going to own my practice and then kind of expand it from there.
How did you get the money to start your business? Did you have to borrow any money or leverage any capital
Nope.
from?
I'm the only owner, no other banks, no other personal or private equity, nothing. It's just me.
So you built a $100 million company.
Yeah.
Same.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Well, it's worth maybe $1 billion now, but it's we do well.
What is your net worth?
It's somewhere between 5 and 700 million, and maybe more.
So what did you have to sacrifice to build a $100 million company?
I never saw my kids wake up. I never saw them go to bed. I work 6 days a week. I took Sundays off to take a nap. My wife over here said that everybody said, "Did you hire him for Facebook? Because we've never met your husband. Because all he does is work." So I think I sacrificed a lot of my children's youth, but now they're teenagers, and I'm there every day. So it's cool.
And are you guys married?
Yes.
Let me ask you a question. What's the number one thing that you're the most proud of about your husband?
Everything.
Yeah. Right.
He's an amazing husband. I mean, he's worked harder than everybody that I've ever seen.
Thank you so much, man. I
Cool.
appreciate that, man.
Yeah,
Thank
absolutely.
You. Hard Knocks family, we just ran into a $100 million a year entrepreneur out here whose net worth is in between $5 and $700 million. He's in the business of healthcare, but what did he say is one of the most important financial decisions that you can make is keeping all the money back into the business. He didn't have any investors, he didn't go into any debt, so he owns that entire business. And he kept the money back into the business because if you have one bad month as a business owner and you blow your cash, it's all gone and you could be done. So great interview out here. Let's go get this next one and keep this video rolling. Come on. All right, you guys, we got somebody pull up in a Ferrari right at the valley right here. We're gonna go up and see what they were able to do to be able to afford this car. Let's go see what they have to say. Excuse me, ma'am.
Thanks, wait. 502.
Question for you.
I will take care of that. Thank you.
Thank
Thank you so
you.
much.
Is this your Ferrari?
Yes, it is.
And what do you do for a living out here in Scottsdale to be able to afford a Ferrari?
I'm an entrepreneur.
How long have you been a business owner for?
3 years.
3 years?
Yes.
And I go all over the country just asking business owners their best advice to new entrepreneurs. Could I ask you a couple quick questions for the channel?
Sure.
Awesome. So what are you doing right now in entrepreneurship?
I own an online fitness and nutrition company.
And you've been in that business the last 3 years.
3 years, yeah.
So what was the most amount of money that you've ever made in a single year?
So the most amount of money that we have done will be this year. We'll do north of 20 million annual reoccurring revenue.
$20 million.
20 million.
How did you
And that's just the start, by the way, okay? Because
Yeah.
we're going to scale this thing to over 100 million.
That's incredible.
I know we can do it.
Let me first ask you this. How did you scale this company from 7 to 8 figures? A lot of business owners, they have a great idea. They really struggle to scale. You specialize in scaling companies. What took your company from 7 to 8 figures?
First of all, you got to dial in capturing the demand. So marketing and sales is huge. If you don't have somebody overseeing and driving the function of marketing and sales, you don't have a business, right? But then the challenges then that you face as a business owner is not just capturing the demand and then converting it, but fulfilling the service so that the client experience doesn't break. So that requires somebody who has a lot of operational experience to come in and build systems and process.
Now, as a multiple 8-figure entrepreneur, what was the best financial advice that you ever received?
You have to bet on yourself. You can't focus on what you're making now. So there was a time that I only made $19,000 a year, right? But here mentally, I was always rich. So it's a mindset. You have to take the money that you're making and continuously reinvest in yourself. And you have to keep doing that all the way through. That's how you're going to earn more money over time. So you're the best bet that you can make. A lot of people value money over valuing themselves. I value myself over money, which is why I'm so rich.
How old are you now?
43.
How old were you when you became a millionaire?
I was actually 40.
40 years old.
So I guess it took me a long time, right? So it's never too late, right? Age is just a number. It's all about how you feel and that energy that you have inside.
But if you were to go back in time and have a conversation with your 20-year-old self, when you were starting from zero, what's the best advice that you would give to your younger self?
To not give a fuck what anybody thinks about you. You have to believe in yourself. I think when I was younger, I didn't have relentless belief in myself and I wasn't unapologetic about who I was. It took me a long time to be who I am today.
You got amazing advice. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank
I appreciate
you.
Hard Knocks family, this video has been crazy so far. We're on our way to go get our next interview right now, but I've got a very special announcement to make. A couple weeks ago, we launched our official entrepreneur community, the School of Mentors. We've already hit 1,000 members, and for the people that have joined, they can hop on live calls every single week to learn from, connect with, and get directly mentored by the multi-millionaires and the billionaires that I interview on this channel. They can ask them questions about their career, their life, and their business. So you do not want to miss out on this opportunity because it's once in a lifetime to be able to get this access to the people I interview on this channel every single week. So to join now, click the link down in the description of this video below. We'll see you on the inside, but with that being said, let's go get this next interview. Come on. Excuse me, sir. Question for you.
Sure.
Have you ever owned a business before?
Yes, probably a dozen or two.
Yeah? And
Yes,
what industry did you decide to pursue a career in?
I've been in a bunch of industries, electronics, logistics.
What was your main company?
What was nobody you've ever heard of.
Yeah?
Just a small business.
I started a channel at the University of Texas. I started a channel.
You're an Austin boy,
Yes, sir. I grew the channel to over 6 million followers. I go all over the country just asking business owners a couple quick questions.
Yep.
Can I get just 1 minute of your time?
I'm trying to get my daughter in a wheelchair.
For sure. How long have you been an entrepreneur for?
40 years.
40 years. And
I'm
do you come from a lot of money?
No.
What did your parents do?
Small business owner.
Small business
I worked
owner.
in my father's business through high school and college, and then he and I started a business in the early 80s out of that.
What company did you start?
It's in the electronics industry. It's a small little distributorship in industrial selling, and that's
Yeah.
where I've pretty much been my whole career.
So in terms of revenue, what was the most amount of money that you ever made in a single year?
We did revenue of about $250 million in the good years.
$250 million. What's more important, product or distribution?
It's A or B, and neither one actually. Products can be okay. Distribution's just a channel, but it's all about how you implement your plan. There's a lot of great products and a lot of good plans, but you got to implement it right.
How did you scale from an 8 to a 9-figure business?
There's a guy who wrote a book, Collins, I believe his name is, Get the Right People on the Bus, and it starts with the right people, and then it's about the business plan, financing it, and good partners.
What was your relationship with debt as a business owner? Did you have to borrow money from banks to start and grow businesses, or how did
Yes.
you? Yeah?
Yes, but it's very hard because unless you have money, they don't loan you money. So trying to get started, one of the biggest problems we have today is banks don't loan money to small businesses. So getting started it's a very hard. I actually fund some stuff with small businesses today, and it's very, very difficult because private equity and strategics have rolled up every industry, and banks only give money to the insiders.
And you sold hundreds of millions of dollars in revenue throughout your career. What was your secret to sales?
The issue in terms of selling is there's some sellers that are, we call them hunters, and there's some sales guys that are farmers. Do you know what those are? You ever heard those phrases?
I haven't heard that before.
So a hunter is somebody who goes to look for new companies, new business. A farmer is somebody who gets more business out of the existing customers. So manage your business, it's a combination of both. You got it? I got to go grab it.
I appreciate you. How old are you now?
62.
You look incredible for 62. And real quick, I'm 22. Whose generation works harder, yours or mine?
Well, individuals in your generation do well,
Right.
but as a whole, one of the problems we have is good expression for you. It's in the old days, it's always I earn. Today, it's I deserve, not I earn.
So entitlement's a big problem, you see.
Huge problem, which isn't necessarily the kid's problem.
Yeah.
It's the parents for providing it. So the whole thing is everybody gets a trophy. I was a chairman of a regional board of education I got voted into, and I sat there at the negotiation and I said, okay, teachers, what we want to do is we have a bunch of middle schools. I want to start comparing teachers of English class and well, we don't do that. I said, well, wait a minute. Do you teach your kids that A's are better than B's or
Right.
better than C's? Yeah, but not for us.
Yeah,
It's
right.
part of what we're dealing with right now.
Yeah, thank you.
Take care, guys.
Have a great day,
Be
Ken.
good.
Thank
Good
you.
luck.
My guy's business did $250 million in electronics, a very niche business. But what did he say was the biggest thing that took him from 8 to 9 figures? He referred a book and talked about getting the right people on the bus. At the end of the day, remember this, guys. People will take you places that money can't. And if you want to go fast, go by yourself. But if you want to go further, go with people together. Phenomenal interview out here in Scottsdale from a $250 million man. Let's go get this next one, man. This video has been insane. Come on. Excuse me, sir. Question for you. Have you ever been broke before?
Been broke?
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, I was in the military for 22 years, man.
Yeah?
Of course I was broke.
And what'd you do after the military?
I started buying and selling businesses, moved overseas.
Yeah?
Yeah, so I ran aviation in Africa, construction in South America.
Wow. So you're in like private equity, venture capital. What are you doing right now? Like,
Oh,
okay,
yeah. Some VC,
Yeah.
some private equity, investment banking.
8 out of 10 businesses, they won't make it past 5 years. What's the most common mistake that you see business owners make that prevents
Cash
them?
flow.
Cash flow.
Cash flow.
Yeah.
It's really simple.
What is the secret to managing that cash flow and turning it into real wealth?
Having an 18-month cash flow model and then making sure that you're keeping your head above water.
Yeah.
Revenue's awesome, but you got to have cash flow to keep the doors open.
Yeah. In terms of revenue, though, across all your companies, what was the most amount of money that you ever made in a single year?
11 mil?
$11 million.
Yes.
And how did you scale from 7 to 8 figures? Or what was your secret to scaling businesses?
Focus. Yeah, no life balance. No family, no kids, no girlfriends, just business.
What was the best financial advice that you ever received?
Don't lose it.
Don't lose it? Break that down.
Yeah,
How can you-
make good deals, man.
Yeah?
Yeah. Nothing is real until you have a contract. Always have a contract. Always make sure that you're keeping your hands above table. You do everything transparently.
Yeah.
You don't do anything illegal, immoral, or unethical.
You've been at the table with some heavy hitters, I'm sure.
Yeah.
What is your best negotiation advice for people out there?
Don't talk past the sale. Once you've got the sale done, don't keep talking.
Keep your mouth shut.
Just keep your mouth shut. Yeah.
But what was your secret to sales and generating millions of dollars in revenue over these years?
I'm not the sales guy.
Yeah.
That's my secret. Is I know my strengths and I know my weaknesses.
So what was your superpower then as a business owner?
Motivation. Yeah, leadership.
Leadership.
Yeah,
Someone's-
taking my special operations background and being able to apply it to business.
So you were special ops in the military?
Yes, sir. Yeah.
What branch?
Army.
Were you a ranger?
Yeah. Army Green Beret.
That's
yeah.
incredible, sir. How important was that military background in the business?
Invaluable. Yeah, I wouldn't have changed it for anything.
What was the lowest point in your career?
Losing friends.
How did you overcome that? And let's say somebody going through a tough time right now in life. How did you kind of overcome the adversity that you face in your life, in business and the military?
Daily gratitude. Yeah, I've got mantras in the morning that I go through, meditation, just staying positive, man.
Thank you so much.
Thanks,
for your
guys.
time. And
Appreciate you,
remind
man.
me your name?
Jeff.
Jeff, how old are you?
Just turned 60.
You're not 60 years old. You're
Yeah,
lying.
23rd of July, I turned 60, man.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
What's the secret to looking like this at 60 years old, man? That's crazy.
Focus, man. Everything's about focus and discipline.
You're 60 today. If you were to go back 40 years ago, what advice would you give to your 20-year-old self to have that same blueprint and roadmap to success?
Stay in the fight.
Stay in the fight.
Stay in the fight, man.
Yes, sir. Thank you, my friend. You got amazing advice.
be good,
Thank
man.
You, sir.
Y'all
Have a
be
great
good.
day.
Thank
Thank you. Hard Knocks family, that's a wrap on today's video. Scottsdale was absolutely amazing again, but I want you to like and subscribe for amazing content we've got coming very, very soon. And as I mentioned earlier, our private entrepreneur community hit over 1,000 members because the people that join can connect with, learn directly from, and get mentored by the multi-millionaires and the billionaires I interview on this channel every single week. You do not want to miss out on this opportunity to join, so click the link down in the description or click right here, and I'll see you on the inside. But with that being said, we'll see you in the next video.